to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a give coming right is Breida. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? 50, plant.
Hey, check. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Switch it.
Out.
Begin.
Snap.
They'll toss it to Breida. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 30 base.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
5.
Now it's Breida. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
He's checking. Crash. Check.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check.
Nixon will try the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You go night-night. Delta, night-night.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got Green. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
64, weak.
He's coming, double up.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hey, echo.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
2nd and 1. And he slings one that's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead opens up now 21-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
30 base. Protein spill.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Hey, Charlie.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Topper!
Looking to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Williams to return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
6-6, bullet high.
Shit. Check 37. Check 37.
Let's go.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Lambeau now. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10. At the Bengals' 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Snap.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Ready.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Green brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check. 59. Watch the run. Mike spot 9.
Bravo.
Hey, watch the slant.
He'll drop to throw. And able to find Green. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yep.
I'm here all day.
Hey, Mike 50.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Wahoo!
Mine's 50. I'm coming.
They'll set up to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
50's the money. 50's the money.
He don't know no better.
Shit.
Who's your quarter? Be careful.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw again. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Let's go now. 8-3.
And the Bengals first down.
Hey, protein spill.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey, Delta.
Check nickel. Mike's 50. Mike's.
Let's go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.